Estamos en la ciudad deportiva del FC Barcelona con el nuevo portero azulgrana, Wojciech Szczesny, el guardameta polaco que ha venido en sustitución de la larga baja de Marc-André Stegen. Vamos a conocer un poco cómo es Szczesny y cuáles son sus inquietudes y su idea de cara a esta etapa en el Fútbol Club Barcelona. Buenos días, good morning.
Buenos días. Good to be with you.
Thank you. The first one, what does Barça have to make your consider your decision after retiring?
See, it's a very strange story for me, because the day before Marc got injured, I was 100% sure that I would say no to anybody if the opportunity came. I finished my career and I was really happy with where my life was. But then the injury happened to Marc, and of course we all wish him all the best and a fast recovery. But when I received the phone call, when it becomes real, it's a different feeling, you know? And I was kind of looking at my wife thinking, I hope she just tells me don't do it, because I know that if I feel the good energy, that I'm not capable of saying no to Barcelona. Mm-hmm. So it's just the history of the club and the status of the club around the world, and the privilege that I feel wearing this shirt that made me change my decision. Nothing else, and I believe I wouldn't have done it for anybody else. So it was probably a destiny. Mm-hmm. for this to happen.
Because during your career, did you thought about Barça?
No, never. No, never, because I'm not a typical Barcelona-style goalkeeper. So after my long experience in the Premier League, I moved to Italy. I played for Roma, and then obviously for a long time for Juventus, and I loved the style of football there, and I felt at home where I was. So I never looked at. I liked stability in my life, and I never looked at changing places, and the opportunity was never there also. Mm-hmm. But every time I played against Barca, the feeling was different than any other game. So I know what it's like to be an opponent of Barcelona, and that's scary. And now I'll get to find out what it's like to be actually a player of Barcelona, and that's just really, really exciting.
Mm-hmm. Then you need to talk with your wife, but who convinced you? Robert Lewandowski?
No. He was the first person that called. He was the first person that called me to say, look, if there's a possibility, would you come back from retirement? And I spoke to him for a little while, and we got nowhere. I was like, I don't know. Look, it's just happened. Like, it's not a decision that you make in 5 minutes. So he was the person that called me, but he didn't convince me to do this. Not at all. It was just the club. It was nothing else. There's not one person. I would say my wife maybe the most, because whenever I felt like maybe it's too late. I've been on holidays for 2 months. Like maybe it's not the right thing to do. She was like, no, you are doing this. So probably her the most. But I wouldn't say one person in particular. It was just the name. Barcelona called you, and they need your help. What do? You go.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose Mr. Flick called you.
Yeah.
And you were in touch.
Yes, but when the coach called me, I was already 99% there. I already made up my mind, and I knew we were doing this. So he just called me to congratulate and to explain how he sees football. We talked about football in general, and it was a very good conversation. But he didn't need to convince me. At that point, when he called me, when I spoke to Deco, the decision in my head was 99% made.
The first person in Barça who called you was Deco?
No, it was Deco, yeah. He was obviously in touch with my agents and people that surround me. And once they agreed the deal, he called me right away. So he was very nice. It was also very nice that both him and Hansi Flick called me on the same day to welcome me to the club, and it was just a nice personal touch, you know.
Okay. How about your way of playing with your foot? Because you know in Barça, playing well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's different. The way Barca build up from the back is very similar to what we did at Juventus when Pirlo was the coach. Because I've been watching the games to understand not only how they play from the back, but how they play in general, to see what I need to do, what I need to look at, what do I need to improve. Maybe there's something I need to work on, you know. So I've been looking at games, and the way they play is not actually very complicated for a goalkeeper, because the team shape is very organized when they build up from the back. So I won't have any problems. Of course, it's different than what I did in the last few years at Juventus. It's very different. We played much deeper as a defensive line. So I'll work on that, and I'll have to make sure that I can help them also by being higher up the pitch when I get the chance to play. But that's not a problem for me at all. That's why you have experience to adapt, because when I get the chance to play, I don't expect anybody to adapt to my style. It's me who have to adapt to the style of Barcelona and what the coach expects.
It's important for us. Have you spoken with Ter Stegen?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen him around a couple of times already, and he seems to be in a very good mood. Of course, the injury is terrible, and as I said before, I hope he comes back fast and he comes back healthy, because it's important, and Barcelona need him. I'm not here to replace him long term. I'm here to just help in this situation. So I spoke to him. He looks positive, and he knows he has a long way and a lot of work ahead of him. But he looks very positive.
And with Iñaki Peña, have you spoken?
Yeah, we've trained a few times. He looks very good. And I want to be clear also, and I was clear to him that my main priority right now is to help him, because I am not ready to play right now. I was on holidays for 2 months, and I need time to be able to guarantee some kind of level to represent this shirt, and so I wouldn't want to come back too early. So my priority is to help him to play at his very best, because Barcelona need him right now, and we need him in very good form. He's been playing very well recently, so I'm looking forward to helping him, and I'm sure he will have a good season.
Do you think that just in these 2 weeks, it's enough time for you?
I have no idea, and it's also not my decision to make, because the final decision is always the coaches.
Yeah, but your feelings?
But no, I don't feel ready now. If you ask me to play the game right now, I don't feel ready. What will happen in 10 days, I don't know. Also, it's very hard for me to be objective. So the coach has to look from outside and see if I'm ready to play, or does he need to change the goalkeeper, because I generally hope that Iñaki plays very good, and there won't be a need for Szczesny in goal. So my priority is, as I said, to help Iñaki right now and get myself in a good shape as soon as possible. After that is the problem's coach, not mine. And I hope I give him a positive problem to have.
Okay, but when you see the calendar and you can look that the next matches, there are Bayern Munich, Real Madrid.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I know that the fans always get excited about the big games and the big clubs. When you've played, I don't even know how many games I've played, but I've played probably over 600 games in my career. Every game is the same. I really don't care whether I have to come back and play against a smaller team, or in a cup, or in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. It doesn't matter. I want to be ready first, because I expect a lot from myself. The level of expectation that is in my head is very high, and the level required to represent Barcelona shirt is very high. So I wouldn't do it to myself nor to Barcelona and come back before I'm ready. Mm-hmm. It makes no sense. So when that is, I don't know. It could be the next game. It could be in 2 months' time. It's for the coach to decide, not for me. I just have to prepare at 100% and do my best and let the coach decide and have actually this problem of thinking who should play. I have 2 very good goalkeepers to choose from, who should play. But for now, that's not the problem. I'm still not ready, and when that's going to be, I really don't know. It could be the next game, could be in December. Mm-hmm. Hopefully not.
Okay, it depends then. If Hansi Flick say, I need you, are you ready, or you say, oh, mister?
No, look, mentally I'm ready right now. Mentally I'm there, because for me, playing football is what I did for the last 18 years, and I really don't care. You tell me to play, I go in right now. Make me play the Champions League final right now. I play with almost no emotion. I'm very cold when it comes to football. I treat it as my job, and I'm very professional at my job, and I have the capability of being focused very fast on football. So the mental change is not a challenge. So if the coach asks me to play, yes, of course, I'll say I'm ready every time. Mm-hmm. But physically, it takes time to come back from 2 months of doing almost nothing. So like I said, I have to be at the level to represent these colors first.
You have signed until next year, 2025?
Yeah.
Only?
Yeah.
Do you think only for 25?
Oh, I don't look after the 25. Look, I was retired two weeks ago, and like I said to you before, I couldn't imagine coming back from retirement. So there's no point for me to look any further. If we have a very good time together and the club want to extend the contract, I'll look at it out of respect for the club. We'll have to consider that, but we are at this point. It makes no sense to think about this. It's just I'm here for 8 months to do my job and help Barcelona in any way I can. What's after that is really not my problem right now.
But this is not the situation that you have made. For instance, you have promised to your family only till 225.
No, for now, yes, but like I said, I also promised my family, look, this is it, and now we're here. So no, for now we don't look to do anything after this year. It's a very particular and delicate situation, and Barcelona asked me to help, so I'm here to help, and my head is really not thinking right now about what's after this. For now, I'm here for 8 months, and I come back to retirement.
Okay. Some information in Poland say that you only were coming to Barça to be the starter.
Yeah, no, that's not true. No, of course it's not true. Nobody can give you that guarantee anyway, because you have to win your spot, and once you win your spot, you have to play good enough to maintain your spot. Nobody can tell you, no matter how you play, if you are good or bad, you are the number one. So no, that was never the case. Like I said, I'm here to help, and in what sense the club needs me to help is the coach's decision. If it's to help Iñaki have the best season that he can possibly have, I'll help this way. If it's on the pitch, I'll help this way. And I think I can do both at a very good level.
Can you define yourself as a goalkeeper?
Cold, because like I said, I have no emotions when I'm on the pitch. I'm not a type of guy who celebrates a lot, and I don't show any passion when I'm on the football pitch. But very ambitious. I have very high expectations of the level that I have to be at, and that's what carried me throughout my career. Always wanting to improve, and that's the two things that define me the most: cold and ambitious.
Normally the goalkeeper are different
Of course.
mentality.
Just say crazy. Just say crazy.
Okay, it's just I want to ask you about it. Yeah, you are a crazy people.
You tell me. I don't know. I don't know. I struggle to call myself crazy. I think I'm a normal guy. I have my moments, but probably more outside of the pitch than during my actual job. But outside, I might be a little bit strange sometimes. But on the football pitch, I'm just a normal professional.
Mm-hmm. Probably before the possibility that you come here, you talked with Robert about Barça. Is the club just you can imagine before to arrive here?
Well, I spoke to him because he's been here for 2 years, and I spoke to him, and I can, more than actually speaking to Robert, I see the change in Robert. Robert changed a lot since he came to Barcelona. He's much more open to people, I feel. He's a warmer person, if that makes sense. He did spend a long time in Germany where people are rather cold and it's all about discipline. And when he moved here, he's much more relaxed. Maybe that's a good way of saying it. He's much more relaxed. And then, of course, what he's doing on the pitch this year, the goals that he scored already, gives you hope for a very good season. So, he obviously he told me a lot about the club, and he's kind of my point of reference while I'm here, because we've been friends for a very, very long time, and he wants to help. So I'm very grateful for his help in those first couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. He revealed a lot of secrets about you. Maybe you can
like what?
that he called you first. That,
okay.
You can reveal some secret about him. For example, when he's going to retire from the national team.
I have no idea. I'll tell you, but I have no idea. No, we've been friends for 18 years now, I think. So we know each other very well. Our wives know each other. Our kids know each other. So it's actually it's just a nice feeling to have your very good friend inside the club, and our families are looking forward to it. But to reveal secrets, if there are real secrets and I have to reveal, I wouldn't call myself his friend, so I can't do that.
Okay.
Barça won his last Champions League in 2015.
2015, yes.
Next final will be in 225, 10 years. Really, do you think Barça is one of the favorites to win the title, or being realistic, you think it's far away?
I think when there are few clubs in the world or in Europe, when they are part of the competition, they're always measured as favorites. And the clubs have been the same for the last number of years. And Barcelona is one of those clubs, because Barcelona never play to participate. Barcelona play to win. Now, are we favorites? Probably no. But Barcelona have a very good team. From what I've seen the last few weeks before coming here and since I'm here, the team is very good. It's very young, with a lot of quality, a lot of promise for the future also. And I'm sure everybody will give 100% to try and win trophies for this club. And even if it doesn't happen, even if Barcelona don't win the Champions League this year, the future is very good for Barcelona. I can see the talent, all the young guys who are 17, 18, 19, they already look like top class footballers. So more than just this year, the future for this club looks very, very good at the moment.
Which one has surprised to you?
So from looking at the game live, because it's very different, watching the game in TV and then watching from the stadium, when you can see the whole pitch, you can see the way players behave. Kubarsi has been very impressive for me, because on TV I expected him to be a modern kind of defender, nice on the ball, but more soft. Instead, when you watch him live, he's actually He's not soft at all, and he's very intelligent. He makes very good choices. Of course, he's good on the ball because his technical quality is very high, but his defensive qualities are actually very, very high. So I'm looking forward to partnership with him. Inigo has also impressed me a lot. You know, I look at the defensive players. I don't care. I can tell you about Yamal, but it makes no sense. We all know about Yamal and Lewandowski, you know, and Rafinha. But the defense, although it plays very different to what I've been used to, they've impressed me a lot. Their character and the way they behave on the pitch, I've been really impressed. So I'm looking forward to creating a good, strong connection with them.
Real Madrid has a fantastic team. They won the last Champions League. Do you think they are the main favorites?
Well, they are, like I said, one of those teams who play in every competition to win. And I'm sure everybody at Barcelona will try to destroy their dream this year and win the trophies that they want to win. So we'll do our best. Then time will tell us if we did enough, but I'm sure everybody will give 100% to steal their trophies from them.
You have to be to compete against Alisson, Buffon.
Yeah.
For you,
I don't look at it as competition though. You said the word compete. I never compete with my teammates. It's never that. Yes, then you have a role. One is a first choice goalkeeper, one is a second choice, one is a third choice. But we are a team, and I cannot compete with my teammates. It's more a relationship, a partnership, because even when you are number one, sometimes the other goalkeeper plays and you have to help him. So it's never a competition. It's never a competition, and it's the same here. Whoever plays, whoever is on the bench or whoever is left at home, I want to make sure that the goalkeeping group is strong and very united. Because otherwise I wouldn't come back to football. I like the personal connection with people, and I don't want to create enemies. I don't want to compete with people. I want to make sure that we do, as the whole goalkeeping department, the best we can as a group to help Barcelona for the best of Barcelona. So it's never a competition.
What did you learn about each?
A lot. Some technical things that I would have to go very deep into detail. We don't have time. But the main thing that I learned from Gigi is the leadership and is the personality. And you say in Spanish, the cojones. Gigi is an example not for goalkeepers, for every player in the world, of how to be friendly, because he's very friendly with everybody, but be a leader and demand of your teammates to do their best. And he's the best I've ever seen at that. I don't know one person who can speak a bad word about Gigi. And he demanded a lot of everybody, and he shouted at everybody. So that's one thing that I've learned from him is the balance between being nice and demanding of your teammates. Because I demand a lot from myself, I expect a lot from myself, but I need you as my teammate to help me. And there's a very fine balance between doing this in a very friendly way and being respected for it, and just being an asshole. And you don't want to be an asshole. And Gigi has that balance perfect.
Okay. One of the questions that all the people is talking is about the smoke. We have several examples here. Fun sometimes smoke.
Not sometimes.
Here in Johan Cruyff, sometimes smoke a lot. It's what can you say to the supporters about it? It's
absolutely nothing. There's things that I don't change in in my personal life, and it's nobody's business if I smoke. It doesn't affect. I believe it doesn't affect my what I do on the football pitch. I work twice as hard, and I don't do it in front of kids because I don't want to have bad influence on them. Sometimes somebody will take a photo from the trees where I can't see them. That's on them. That's not on me. I try to hide and not show it to people. But if somebody thinks that I'll change the way I am in my personal life, they can think again, because I am who I am. I've been this way my whole life, and there's things that are just nobody's business. I want to be judged as a goalkeeper, and why look for stories where it doesn't really matter?
Perfect.
One friend told me, maybe he started to smoke when Barça scored 6 goals to him.
No, I was already smoking way. I was already smoking way before that. But I remember that. I think the penalty in that game from Neymar. But that Barcelona was strong. It was very strong. I could see the 6, and it probably could have been much more, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Leo Messi was a nightmare.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Which is your dream to be realized with us?
I'd like to win trophies that I never won before. There's 3 of them to compete for this year. There's the Copa, there's La Liga, and there's Champions League. At least 2 of them I'd like to.
You won the treble.
I'd like to at least 2 of them to put high into the sky and celebrate, and then I can finish my career thinking that I did something unbelievable in that last year. And that's really one of the main goals for me. The trophies, yes, because I came here to win. I didn't come to have a good time. I don't care. I had a great time in Marbella. That is where I live right now. Where I lived before I moved to Barcelona. So I didn't come here to have a good time. I came here to win. But I just want to have the feeling at the end of this experience that I did something extraordinary. And coming here is good. It's not extraordinary. Coming here and being at the level required and at the level of the history of this club after coming from retirement, that would be extraordinary.
It's very high.
Sorry?
The level is very...
The level is very high, and that's what I'm saying, coming back from retirement and getting to that level and winning things that Barcelona should be winning after retirement, for me that would be extraordinary. And so I want to be a small part of a very big history of this club.
No, just how was the conversation with Laporta, with President Laporta?
Very good. The president has been very friendly, very welcoming. He offered his help in anything that I might require. I don't require any help because I'm a big boy now. But he's been very friendly and very positive, and I thanked him for this opportunity, and it really is for me an honor to represent the colors of this club, of the city, of this region. So yeah, meeting him and having a very good open chat to him was very, very nice to me.
We are finishing this part. Which is the correct pronunciation of your name?
Wojciech Szczesny. You can hear it, but you will never be able to say it.
And how can...
But you managed Wojtek very good.
Yeah, Wojtek.
Wojtek is very good.
And easier?
Szczesny. You can just say Szczesny.
Szczesny.
Yeah, just say that. Whatever you say.
How are calling
when you say a name that nobody understands, I'll know it's mine.
How are calling your mates?
Tech,
Tech.
yeah. I've been tech for all of my teammates for many years, so that's short and simple.
Would be a good cover. Super Tech.
Super tech, yeah. I've been a super tech for a few years now.